The PECOTA projections are out, and they have the Yankees winning 94 games and taking the AL East crown. Somehow, they only have the Orioles, who finished 19 games better than the Yanks last year at 86 wins. The Yanks have said they were going all in this offseason, but after adding Juan Soto, they haven't landed another top player available. All right, Brian, we'll start with you here. Did the Yankees do enough to warrant these projections from PECOTA?
I tell you what, in my very unscientific evaluation here, it kind of feels right. 94, 95 wins. I think that if we went back in time a year, nobody was seeing that disaster of an 82-win season. On paper, it looked like the Yankees would at least be a playoff team, if not a division contender. I feel like they've added, with Juan Soto and Aaron Judge now, you got two of the best offensive players in the game. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner in Garrett Cole. Yeah, 94, 95 sounds about right to me.
All right, slightly more scientific. You said that last year no one saw this coming. PECOTA in particular. Last year, PECOTA had the Yankees as the best team in baseball, and they're not that different. And a lot of the pieces that are good, I mean, Judge was part of that. Cole was certainly part of that. That was before they had Juan Soto. They were projected to win, I think, something like 97 games last year, which was the best of all the projections. Now we have a few 100-win teams. And a lot of what went wrong was injuries. Sure. And a lot of what PECOTA is projecting this year is for those guys to bounce back. So, for instance, this is actually Fangraphs projections. The Zips projections has Rodon at 114 innings, a 3.86 ERA. That would go a long way to making a huge difference. I mean, Fangraphs has Judge and Soto, or actually I should say Soto and then Judge, as the 2 and 3 players in baseball for WAR. So, you know, they're one outfield collision away from having a terrible season, but it could go really well.
Right. Well, again, you mentioned it, Hannah. Last year they were way off. Licata projections say they're underestimating the Baltimore Orioles. Let's make the call to the bullpen and welcome in Britt Ghiroli. You know, Britt, I don't get the respect for the Orioles here. What do you make of PECOTA projecting the Yankees to win the AL East and have that much of a win differential over the Orioles?
I'm going to go with the incredibly scientific, very well thought of Licata projection. You know, I I think that what surprises me the most isn't that the Yankees are tops. It's the margin that they are ahead of the rest of the American League East. I think we can all agree this is a 4-team race. You can make a case for 4 teams in the American League East, and I don't think it would surprise anybody on this show if that team was the last man standing. So with the Yankees, I do think PECOTA is in love with them because, like Hannah said, they are a team that they expect to be healthy year after year. They love these veteran, experienced players. Those players are easy to project. You know what you're going to get from them. But also, they're hurt all the time, which is the story of the Yankees over the last 4 or 5 years. The problem with the Orioles and projecting them is you're talking about guys who have such a limited sample size in the big leagues, or in the case of Jackson Holliday, who will be with the Orioles this year, who is the top prospect in baseball, a guy who has never played in the big leagues. So it's very hard to project a ceiling for him or what Gunnar Henderson is going to do to follow up his Rookie of the Year. So I think when you're looking at these projections, you have to take them with a grain of salt. They are not supposed to be the Yankees are going to win 94 games. There is like a 4 to 5 game margin on either side of that they think the Yankees are going to fall into. So you do that and you take 5 games off the Yankees, you add it to those other teams, all of a sudden we have a race. And I think that's what's going to happen here. We're going to have a dogfight. The Yankees aren't going to run away with anything. I would be surprised if that ends up being the case. This still seems to be the deepest, most tough division in baseball.